In Edinburgh, at around 10 a.m., more than 100 Filipinos gathered to express their support and love for the former President of the Philippines, also known as Duterte, on the 28th of March in celebration of his 80th birthday. Filipinos from all over Scotland and the UK came together for a successful and peaceful rally, calling on the world to bring Duterte back to his beloved country. He is being held by the ICC in The Hague, in Netherlands. From 2016 until 2022, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, or FPRRD, served as the 16th President of the Philippines. His mother was a school teacher and an activist, while his father was a lawyer and a mayor. For almost 2 decades, Duterte served as Davao's mayor, a professor, and a prosecutor. He transformed a once chaotic, violent, and lawless city into the safest, flourishing city not only in the Philippines but all in Southeast Asia when he was the mayor in Davao, earning him the nickname the Punisher. Meanwhile, the rest of the Philippines was in shambles. The economy was collapsing, criminal activity was on the rise, and everyday crimes like rape, robbery, kidnapping, and murder were related to illegal drug users and drug lords was just a norm. The Philippines has been labeled one of the world's most impoverished and corrupt nations. From the village chiefs, also known as barangay captains, to the city mayors, senators, and even the Philippine presidents, all of them were unreliable. Just like the rest of the country's corrupt system. All these predicaments almost caused the Filipino people to lose hope in their nation. Filipinos had had enough and wanted change. They needed a strong leader like the infamous mayor in Davao. The Philippine nation believed he was the only one who could save the country, as he demonstrated in Davao. He won the election by a landslide, and it was the Philippines' victory in history. His prudence and machismo also led to the surrender of high-profile and low-level criminals in the country, a decrease in crime, the fear of corrupt politicians, the end of rapes and murders of girls, the influx of foreign investors, a booming economy, and a sense of security for Filipinos to walk the streets again. But the media is telling a different story, unfortunately. There are no resources about Duterte's tremendous accomplishments for his nation that can be found in the mainstream media. However, the 16.6 million Filipino voters who have witnessed Duterte's accomplishments both domestically and overseas will always speak candidly and share their own experiences. In addition to his wit, Duterte is also known for his machismo, unfiltered opinions, and humor that only Filipinos, particularly Visayans, can understand. The elite Northerners do not support Duterte because of the complex geographical, political, and cultural history of tensions between North and South Philippines, the Visayans. Because he is Bisaya, Duterte is seen by the snobby mindset as being inferior. Believe it or not, Bisaya people are mistakenly viewed as housemaids and lower class by the northern people's mindset. Also, the fact that Duterte has no fear of anyone is another reason why some people despise him. He doesn't give a damn if you are from North Korea, if you are Obama or Putin. He would destroy you if he so desired, regardless of your status, drug lords, senators, governors, or the richest businessman. It wouldn't matter to him if you were the BBC, CNN, or a huge TV station. They despise the fact that he expresses his ideas so strongly. Politics. The news that is allowed to circulate is misleading and serves the interest of the current president. Patrons of Duterte know how the dictator's son, Marcos Jr., was shrewd enough to exploit the former president during his 2022 campaign. He did this to become president and convinced Duterte's daughter, Sara, to be his vice president. But the Filipino people were too naive to accept it. Since Marcos Jr. became president, the crime rate rises as economy falters, and Marcos lacks the ability to stop all the problems. President Marcos Jr., who is from the northern Philippines, objected to his Bisaya vice president receiving more attention than the president himself. Marcos Jr. has been threatened by the rising political tensions in his office, and the only way he could get rid of the Dutertes as his critiques and silence the Filipino supporters is to divert their attention. Ahead of the 2025 election, anti-Dutertes are engaging in dirty politics with the help of big-time drug lords, companies Duterte closed, and other influential people, even on a global scale. Joined forces with the Philippine government, as did all of Duterte's political rivals. They happily turned him over to the ICC on the grounds of EJK, extrajudicial killing. Enraged by the illegal detention of their adored hero, the Duterte patriots began to demonstrate in public spaces not only in the Philippines but also worldwide. Simple. No precedent in Philippine history has made the country a safe place for citizens to go about as Duterte did throughout his tenure. Philippines became a safe place for tourists and locals. Roads were repaired, bridges were constructed, and schools were established in places that many previous politicians had neglected. These are only a handful of the numerous things this old man accomplished throughout his administration.